Hi guys, so this is my entry for Nsomniaks Dream Myth and Fantasy Creature Contest. I went with Bloody Mary, and as you can see I tried to give the illusion as if my face was actually a mirror. I ran out of black face paint and white face paint, so I'm hoping that someday I'll get the opportunity to recreate this and do it as good as I actually really wanted to do so. But anyway, if you want to see how I done it, please stick around and I hope you enjoy. So the first thing I'd done was took a eyeliner pencil and I outlined my rough sketch for my mirror. I went with like a vintage style mirror, one of those handheld ones. So I went online, I found a picture on Google, and I just used that as my like guide. And I went with Bloody Mary because when I was small I was always afraid to do that say her name 3 times and turn off the light and she was going to come up in the mirror. I was always afraid to do that. However, I know there are different variations of this demon or spirit, and I tried to incorporate that in my design. So as you can see like throughout now, while painting, Bloody Mary is not only a... So I'm not sure which version of Bloody Mary you guys have heard of, but I've only heard 2, and one was, like I mentioned before, about being in the bathroom, turn off the lights. That's more of a modern day one. If you actually go back through the history, they say that in the old days, women used to walk up their stairs backwards holding a lit candle and would ask Bloody Mary to, come forward or whatever. And sometimes she would show them getting married, their future husbands or whatever. And other times she would claw their eyes out or show their death. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I decided to throw that in for you guys. Now right now, let me just get back to the makeup process. After sketching out the broken mirror, I decided to pale out my face. I used foundation, the lightest one that I had, as well as a little bit of white face paint added into it as well. I took a dark brown eyeliner, or a dark brown eyeshadow, sorry, and I highlighted my eyebrow. I also darkened my eyelashes and my eyelids with a deep red and purple, and I tried to give myself almost a cat eye effect, but nothing too extravagant because I wanted her to look nice but worn out, if that makes any sense. The eye that you see me painting here now is the rough eye. I almost wanted to make it look like her eye was missing and give it like a muscly kind of effect, but I didn't want to go overboard because she's supposed to be almost like a skeleton or something, like the demon part. Right here I'm just waiting for my eyebrow to dry. I used glue to hold them down. And using a liquid eyeliner, I outlined some broken glass effects, and that was in a black. After that, I took some red and I lightly traced out some more lines so it almost looked like blood was seeping through the cracks, not just darkness. So I know it's kind of hard to see in this camera angle. I'm hoping you can kind of understand what I'm doing. But if you have seen broken doll makeup before, then that's basically what I referenced from while doing this. The 2 patches that I'm doing now are the exposed broken pieces of Bloody Mary. So they're going to be the more demonic part. So I've done the teeth and the blood, like, death. I'd have some slushy. I'm just going to highlight the teeth here so you can see that they stand out. I don't want them to be like eye gouging or anything. I just want them to pop out. Using my black face paint, I went around all of my design as well as the broken pieces on my chest so that it would give the illusion that it was coming off of my face. Now I know I'm not having like very good luck here because I didn't have a black background, so the illusion kind of wasn't working, and I couldn't find anything in my house that was black aside from t-shirts, and they're a little bit too small. Again, my black face paint was very, very, very limited. I had to water it down, and you can really tell that in this video. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm kind of disappointed that it never turned out as dark as I hoped for, but it still gives the illusion, and in my pictures later you will see that. I also painted it in through my hair, my ears, and down my neck, washed up my hands, and I outlined my eyes. So I went with a red lipstick to kind of make that beauty part of a woman like fall out or show or expose. And after a while I got irritated with it, and I just wiped the lips off and paled them out because I found it was just too bright. Like, I didn't want her to be so bright. I also used the lipstick and I covered my eye with it so that it give it like a sweaty, bloody look. All these highlights I'm doing now are to kind of make it seem like it's more in depth, like it's behind the broken mirror. I also have blood dripping down from the good eye, and I'm just going to go over the black once more here. And I went over the broken glass pieces again with some white, and eventually I used some shimmery white eyeshadow to give it that glassy texture or look, or however you would call it. And same thing with the mirror. I know it's really hard to see because the sun was shining in, but right here my camera batteries died, and I continued to do my makeup for a little while after and didn't even realize it. So when you see the next part, you're going to be confused. Anyway, again, this is filming from my computer camera and you can't really see any detail, but I took the same black liquid eyeliner and I outlined my design onto the mirror. I went with like a vintage lacy look, and I took some black eyeshadow and some purples, little bits of yellow, and I added like a distressed look to the handle of the mirror. I've touched up the face a little bit, and I added a lot of highlights with white face paint and black face paint and little bits of pink to give that fleshy look to the face. I did have the intentions on drawing an eye on one of the pieces of glass, as well as a ring and a candlelight. However, my face paint, I had no yellow, I had no blue, I had no other color, only green, and my black and white were pretty much done. So instead I decided to put some blood spots on there and a little bit of face paint I had left over. I tried to darken up the black once more. And once that was done, I was finished. If that makes any sense. So I hope you guys liked it, and thanks for watching.
Bloody Mary is a ghostly demon who appears in a mirror if you say her name 3 times in a bathroom with a candlelight. However, there are many versions of this. One version you can actually, well, what you're supposed to do is take a mirror like this one and walk up the stairs backwards, say her name with a candle, and 2 things can happen. She's not always bad, and a lot of people think that she is. You will either see your future husband or wife or whatever, or death, and she do claw your eyes out and all that stuff. So I try to combine like both, like, you know, she has to do it in mirrors, so that's why I went with mirrors. Shattered glass, as in sometimes she comes after you and your future can be shattered, or this little section here aside from the blood where, you know, she's half decent, but behind clothes everybody's got a little demonic nature about themselves. So I did have a few other ideas, I just never got to pull them off, and I hope you do like this.
Hi guys, so I actually have to go to my mother's to see if she has a black. Jesus, am I running over? A black background so that I can get a pretty good shot of this makeup that I have. So this is a Saturday. I'm gonna pick up my child and oops, sorry about that. I'm hoping that she can help me out here because I really want to make this makeup look almost like an illusion, but I don't think it's really going to come out the way I want due to the fact that I ran out of black paint and all that fun stuff. So let's just get right to it and get to my mother's and see if she can help me here. I decided to use her blue background because I thought it was better than the one I done in my house, but here is the look.